Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Tuesday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. But first, folks, let's talk about this insane sunrise on America's Masters Live Tower Cam. Take a look at all of these amazing colors out there. It's going to be an interesting one here today in the afternoon. We've got some windy conditions kicking up a lot of dust for the region here today. And that's going to be the big story because we're starting to finally cool down as we head into the middle of the week. Yesterday was the warmest day of the week by far. Tomorrow is going to be the coolest day of the week. So we're in this beautiful Goldilocks zone right now where we will be seeing some dust and hazy conditions, but temperature-wise, things are shaping up to be lovely here. We will also have some wind advisories in effect. More on that in a second, though. Right now, you're seeing 68 degrees in Grand Junction. Montrose, just a couple degrees cooler than that with Paonia and Nucla hanging out in the mid-60s. Delta seeing 70 degrees to kick off the day with Moab not too far behind. Taking a look at our satellite radar, for the last couple of hours, we've had a pretty active start to the day here as far as the atmosphere is concerned. We've got some rainfall in those mountainous peaks south of Glade Park. A little bit of pretty humid air, heading in through the valley, whereas the north of the I-70 been pretty clear the last couple of hours at the very least. Looking ahead to that bus stop forecast, getting those kiddos out the door to 67 degrees this morning, and make sure you have those kids bolted down to the floor because 20-mile-an-hour wind speeds is what you can expect for a majority of your day here today. Mostly clear skies in the morning, but as we head into the afternoon, not only does that wind speed increase, but so too does the temperature. Going to be seeing about 86 degrees, and yes, like we mentioned, that dust and hazy conditions are abound. Over the next 12 hours, you can expect that temperature to increase pretty gradually, where the 80s are heading our way around noon here, and then afterwards, that's where those hazy conditions are going to start to kick up here. So the morning hours shaping up to be very nice at the very least, where we've got that warm band of air happening in the Midwest, and then that low pressure system starting to push some cooler air into the region starting tomorrow as it begins to push in near the western slope and also near Utah. For that dog walking forecast, we got Miss Sammy hanging out with us here all week long. And if you want to take your dog out for a walk, I would recommend doing it in those morning hours here, where you're going to be seeing those 70s for a lot of the morning. Mostly clear skies. However, like we mentioned, if you got someone tiny like Sammy here, make sure you got a good hold of him, because 23-mile-an-hour wind speeds, Sammy could become a very fun balloon for your walk here today. For that pollen outlook, trees are still in that high category, mold in that low section, with some traces for weeds also in the forecast, but it's very minimal right now. Grass is still seeing no pollination yet for the year. Now, while you're talking about those watches and warnings, wind advisories are in effect for Mesa County here, so keep that in mind. That's going to expire at around 9 o'clock tonight. Looking ahead, though, that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, hazy conditions and dust in the sky today. Things are starting to cool down, though. Going to be seeing those mid to high 80s for the Grand Valley today, though, before temperatures drastically drop off tomorrow. Take a look at Montrose. Slightly cooler, but still seeing the 80s today. Hazy conditions as well, as that wind speeds continue to pick things up and put down some great temps.